Taking a moment to center yourself into the body and into your physical experience. On this way through the anchor of our practice, we connect back to the vastness of mind and the strength of our spirit, the feeling of aliveness, of this realization of our adaptability and our presence. And we can comfortably let go of hope for more and rest in what is. And feeling sensations arriving to you now, like the cool air on your skin, connection of your body to the ground below, and the movement of your breath in and out. Nothing more, nothing less than sitting in stillness, creating a singular focus point for the mind, something to hold to anchor to, like the breath, body sensation, you can always count the inhale and exhale. Continuing to draw your mind back to a focus point as you breathe in and out. And notice what's present here. If the eyes are closed, begin to open your eyes, taking in your surroundings and noticing a room as if it's new. As you direct your attention outward, your focus outward, continue to anchor back to your breath and to feel the ebb and flow, the rise and fall of breathing. Bringing your hands to heart center. Inhale, lifting your heart up towards the hands. Exhale, bow the head towards the heart. Maybe bringing attention to the first reason that called you to your mat, the reason that called you here today, or dropping any focus to simply remain in the present moment, to explore your adaptability, your response to each movement. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently lower your hands, lifting your head and opening your eyes. Welcome. Let's come into tabletop. So adjusting yourself onto hands and knees. We'll begin with cat-cow breath. So fingertips wide, knees right underneath your hips. As you breathe in, lift your tail up, drop your belly, heart forward, look forward. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Inhale, cow shape, look forward, tail up. Exhale, tailbone tucks, chin to chest, round. 3 more. You're moving at your own pace. Breathing in, breathing out to round. Hips press back to the heels, child's pose. Arms can stay stretched forward or wrap down to your sides. Taking 3 or 4 more full breaths here. Expand into your back body as you breathe. Inhaling, feeling that space between your tailbone and your mid-back. Expand and lengthen. Exhale, soften down, press down into the floor. Breathe in, shift forward, tabletop, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Finding a little bit of movement here, pedaling into one foot, bending one knee and the other. Start to walk your feet forward towards your hands, coming to the top of your mat, forward fold. Bend the knees, let your belly rest towards your thighs, your head hang down. You can grab onto opposite elbows here or bind onto your toes. Either grabbing onto your toes with your peace fingers or slipping your hands underneath your feet. Wherever you are, find some softness through your knees, anchor into your heels. Draw your low belly in and stretch your heart down your thighs. Your forehead tucking towards your shins, the crown of your head to the earth. Slowly start to ragdoll yourself to standing. Chin is the last thing to untuck as you rise to the top. Turn your palms forward. Breathe in, circle your arms up. Exhale, chair pose, bend your knees, sit down. Good, first chair. Starting to build heat. See if you can wrap your glutes underneath you, almost as if you're sitting down into that muscular frame of your glutes. And then lift up through the heart, draw your gaze up, exalting the chest to the sky. Rock some weight back into your heels. Feel your toes peel up, sit a little lower. Breathe in, stand up, straighten out your legs. Reach your arms forward, breathe out. Arms reaching straight in front of you. And then hug your shoulder blades back so you feel them set onto your back body once more. Bend your knees, chair pose again. This time, getting a little lower, seeing if you can bring those thighs closer to parallel with the floor. And then tuck your belly in. So just firming up your belly, lifting it gently away from your thighs. As you rock weight back to your heels, grip your toes down. Feel your legs fully engaged, sit a little lower, one full breath. Inhale, straighten out your legs, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, belly towards your thighs, head hangs.
Inhale, halfway lift. Hands can come to your shins. Heart pulls forward. Shoulder blades hug back. Fold in, round in. Breathe out. Tuck the chin. Once more, inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold in, round. Step your feet back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, shift forward, high plank. Pause here, 3 breaths. Pushing the floor away. Remember, you can always lower your knees here. Squeeze into your buttocks and hug your arms back towards your body, bringing your chest forward and down 1 inch. Tighten up your belly button. Keep lifting your head so you're carrying your head, keeping your neck in line with the spine. Begin to bend your elbows slow lower all the way down to the mat. Resting thighs, belly, chest. Anchor down your feet, squeeze your legs together. Baby Cobra, breathe in, lift the chest up. Exhale, lower the chest down. Again, inhale, lift the chest. Pause here, keep breathing out. Breathing in. Squeeze the heels towards one another. Press your pubic bone to the floor. Lift the rib cage higher. Squeeze your elbows towards one another onto your back body. And lengthen the occipital ridge of the base of your skull forward and up. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, slow lower. Come onto your forearms, replacing your hands with your elbows. You can press your palms down into the floor or interlace your hands. Begin to tuck your toes under, pull your belly strongly in, coming onto your knees. You can stay here in forearm plank on your knees, or lift your knees up. 3 breaths here. Push the earth away. Root down into your forearms. Feel a space in your mid-back. Lower down your knees. Keep that forearm plank through your belly. So belly tight, glutes are strong, knees down. Slowly start to roll your thighs down, then your hips down. Opening the chest, pull the heart forward. Sphinx Pose. Separate your forearms, press the palms down into the earth. Lift through your chest. Look back over the right shoulder. And back to center, look over your left shoulder. And look back towards center. Lower down, hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes, press up, plank pose. Down dog, exhale, hips up and back. And rocking your head left and right, shaking your head yes and no. Keep pushing the floor away, and then wrap your shoulders wider, broader towards your side body. Watch the tracking of your knees, keeping them in line with your middle toes. Tailbone reaching for the sky. Low belly pulling in, helping to push that tailbone up and back. Look forward between your hands. Bend your knees. Step forward, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold in, round in, forehead towards your shins. Root to rise, bend your knees, arms wide, stand all the way up. Big breath in. Hands to heart center, breath out. Inhale, arms back up. Side bend towards the right. Right hand can grab the left wrist, reaching up and over towards the right. Push your hips to the left. Breathe in, lift your heart, lift your chest. Stay as you exhale, root into the heels. Lift through center, inhale, straighten out. Side bend towards your left. Left hand can grab the right wrist. As you reach up and over to the left, press your hips to the right. Lift through your heart, gaze slightly up. Breathe in. Hold for your breath out. Inhale, lift through center, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Good, firm through your whole body, pressing down into your feet. Check the alignment of your feet, making sure the toes point forward. The sides of your feet are parallel to the sides of your mat. Feet are only hip width distance. Squeeze into your buttocks, lift your rib cage up, breathe in, sweep the arms up, back bend, press your hips forward, lift through your chest, look up towards your hands. Trace your eye gaze towards the wall behind you as you press your hips forward, and then squeeze the shoulder blades to the back side of your heart, lifting it to the sky. Find your breath, find your edge. One more moment here. On the next inhale, lift up through center, straighten out. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees deeply, belly towards your thighs, head hangs. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, step your left foot back as you fold. Coming into low lunge on the right side. Dial that left heel in and down, so back foot to a 45 as you rise up, warrior one. Sink into your warrior, bending that front knee, stacking the knee directly over your right heel. Anchoring down through the feet and lifting up through the arms, feeling that energetic pull of your body up and down, rooted and lifted. Press your tailbone gently forward, opening through the left hip, and then rotate the shoulders to square to the top of the mat. Opening up to warrior two, bring your arms to parallel. Maybe you lengthen out your stance or simply adjust the hips to open towards the long edge of your mat. Keep sending that right knee wide, opening through the right hip as you reach front and back through your arms. Hugging your shoulder blades back will get that openness through your chest. As you square the chest to the left side of your mat, keep your gaze forward, rotating through your neck. Take your left hand down to your thigh, right hand to the sky. Breathe in, reach up, reverse warrior. Reaching up, reaching slightly back. Keep pushing the hips forward and anchoring into your feet. Inhale. Exhale to warrior two, arms back to parallel. Reach forward through the right hand and tilt through your arms, coming into extended side angle. Right elbow can always rest onto that right thigh or keep the arms floating. As you rotate chest towards the sky, look up. Inhale, lift back to your warrior two, coming up. Straighten out your front leg, left hand back to the thigh, right hand to the sky. Reverse warrior with your straight legs, squeeze your heels towards one another, push your hips forward, tailbone towards the right heel as you reach up, reach back. Come back through center, arms to parallel, bend the front knee. Reach forward, this time lifting up your back leg, half moon. So arms can tilt with the right hand towards the floor, left hand to the sky. You can always be touching down the left toe in the back as you work on your balance. Or lifting left leg up, left hip stacking towards on top of the right. With control, try to step your feet together, top of the mat, big toes touch, bend the knees, chair pose. This time, legs together, knees together, thighs together. Get your tailbone right over your heels by pushing your knees and hips forward, and then sink down as you reach up. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, straighten out your legs. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, belly to your thighs, head hangs. Inhale to half lift, find length, tilt the weight forward. Exhale, round in, fold in, belly in. Step your feet back down, dog. Inhale. Exhale, settle. Breathe in, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, slow lower, bend the elbows, come all the way down to the mat. Anchor your feet, baby cobra. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs. Good. Pausing here, breathing here, whole body peeling up from the mat. Sweep your arms back, reaching towards your toes. Lengthening your arms back, reaching actively all the way through the fingertips. Feeling the arms Open as they reach. Firm from your inner thighs down to your big toes. Lift your thighs a little higher. Press your belly button down into the floor. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, slow, lower hands underneath your shoulders. Now let's come onto the forearms again. Interlace your hands. Peel your belly button up from the earth, coming onto your knees. Forearm plank, toes can tuck. Knees can stay lowered or lifted. 3 breaths here. In and out the nose. Good. Gently lower your knees, roll your thighs down, hips down, belly drops. Separate your forearms, Sphinx Pose. Palms press down, chest lifts. Hug your shoulders back towards your hips. Press your pubic bone down into the floor. Lower all the way down, hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. Breathe in, push up to plank or tabletop. Exhale to down dog, hips up and back. 3 breaths here. Look forward between your hands. Tiptoe your feet forward. Good, so tipping toe your feet forward. Try to keep your hands connected to the floor. And just do your best. Walking your feet forward. And at some point, find a forward fold. Help yourself get there if you need. Hang forward. And then bend your knees deeply. Feel your weight press into your heels. Arms circle wide, stand up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to heart center, breathe out. To your back bend, inhale, arms up. You can interlace your hands or press your palms together. Hips press forward, chest reaches to the sky, look up. Lean back, look back, and reach back. Find your breath here. Firm your buttocks. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Inhale, lift up and straighten out. Forward fold, bend your knees, belly towards your thighs, chin tucks. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Low lunge here on the left side. Dial the right heel in and down, back foot to a 45 as you rise up to warrior one. Anchor to that front heel, feel your strength there. Bend into the front knee more. Really feeling this connection to the mat, this rooting down to yield or to lift up, this pulling of your body in 2 directions. As you bend more into the front knee, let your tailbone point down and then start to square your shoulders off to the top of the mat. Lift, lift, lift the rib cage higher. Create more space in your low back. Opening up to warrior two, arms come to parallel. Shift your hips to open to the right edge or long edge of your mat. Keep that left knee pressing wide. Should still be able to see your left big toe if you were to look down. Keeping that left knee tracking with the middle toe of the front foot. Reach your arms front and back. Hug the shoulders onto your back as you look forward over your front hand. Find your eye gaze, a focal point. Breathe in, breathe out. Right hand comes onto the right thigh, left hand to the sky, reverse warrior. Push your hips forward more, root into the legs, keep low, keep your lunge. As you reach through the left arm, feel the space between your left hip crease, left armpit, left elbow, lengthen up, lengthen back. Breathe in. Exhale to warrior two. Arms come back to parallel, straighten your spine, stack the shoulders over your hips. Reach forward through the left hand, lengthening forward and tilt your arms. Extended side angle or bent knee triangle, rotate your gaze to the sky. Opening up the chest, lifting the eye of the chest towards the sky. Maybe you're on this left elbow here, sinking your hips down, or continue to float. Breath in, breath out. Rising back to warrior two, breathe in, exhale, settle in. Straighten out your front leg, right hand down to the right thigh, left hand to the sky. Push the hips forward, reach up, reach back. Inhale, exhale back towards your warrior two. Shift your weight forward, step forward. Left hand tilts down towards the floor, right hand to the sky, coming into half moon. Remember, you can always keep those right toes down or tapping down as you work towards your balance, or float the right leg up, rotating right hip towards on top of the left. Keep kicking through your right heel. Reach that right hand to the sky. With control, step your feet together, top of the mat, big toes touch, chair pose, breathe in. Exhale, sit in, breathe out. Press your knees forward, your hips forward, tailbone right above your heels. Stomp your heels to the earth. Inhale, straighten out your body, stand up, forward fold, bend the knees, belly to the thighs. Inhale to half lift, find length. Exhale to round in and fold. Step your feet back, down dog, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, shift forward, high plank. Exhale, bend your elbows, slow lower all the way down to your belly. Root your feet, lift your chest, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, chest lifts, legs lift. Pause here, whole body up from the mat. Bend your knees. You can stay right here, reaching your hands back towards your feet, or you can see if you can reach to the outside edges of your feet for floor bow. Flex the feet, kick your heels toward the sky, peel your chest up and open, squeeze the legs towards one another, keep that connection of your thighs. They don't have to touch, but you're feeling the energy between knees about hip width distance. Lift those thighs up higher, open up the heart, rock your weight forward towards your belly. Slow, lower legs, lower hands, come back underneath the shoulders. Pressing up, plank pose, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Breathe in, lift your left leg up. Bend the knee. Stack the hip towards on top of the right. So left hip towards on top of the right. Find an inhale breath. Exhale, left knee to across the right rib. So crossing the left knee across your belly towards your right ribs. Left knee lifts back towards the sky, open up the hip. Once more, left knee threads across your belly towards your right ribs. So you're not shifting forward, right? Your left knee is not coming towards your right elbow, but rather you're crossing your legs in the air, keeping that down dog shape. Lift your left leg up and back, kick the left leg long. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, kick, kick, kick. Exhale, knee to nose, round your spine, tuck your chin. Shift your weight forward. Step forward, left foot towards between your hands, lower your right knee down. So kneeling lunge for half warrior, arms circle up. Squeezing your left heel back towards your right knee, your right knee forward towards the left heel, tailbone under. Bring your hands to heart center, breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. Twist towards your left.
Hooking that right elbow towards the outside of your left thigh. So if that's not available, you can always press the right elbow to the inside of your left thigh. Work on your core strength there. Or right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Press the left palm down into the right to help your hands shift more towards heart center. Resist your left knee back into your right elbow. If you like, you can reach the right hand down towards the outside of your left foot towards the floor. Your left hand across your low back towards your right hip. Root into your legs, but feel the energy of your chest lifting. Look up, look back. Unwind. Take your hands down to the inside of your left leg, heel toeing your left foot wider, planting your palms right underneath your shoulders. Tuck your right toes, lift the right knee up, lengthening the right knee back, set it down. So now you're longer in your stance. Pausing here. You can allow that left knee to open towards the left, peeling the left foot from the floor, or just stay as you are. You can lower down to your forearms, but wherever you are, try to lengthen through your chest, pressing it forward. So if you feel yourself rounding into your back, you've probably lowered too far. Maybe you can even come onto your fingertips to help you get some more straightness or length through the spine. Tuck your right toes, lift that right knee up, dial the back foot in and down. So back foot to a 45, we're in a wide stance. Walk your hands over towards the right side of your mat, long edge of your mat. Hands down, head hangs. Good, circle your hands back towards the top of your mat. Step your right foot up about halfway. Right hand underneath the right shoulder, left hand to your hip, twist towards your left. Lift your right leg. Revolve half moon. So right hand is down, about underneath your right shoulder. Left leg is straight, right leg is lifted. If you need to bend the left knee a little bit because the left leg is tight or the hamstring is tight, do so. Start to stack your shoulders, opening your chest towards the left side. Reaffirm the lifted leg, strengthen. Step your right foot wide, top of the mat, Yogi Squat. Start to bend your knees, sink your hips down. So you can come low in Yogi Squat. You can also stay more lifted, like kind of a high horse or a high goddess. Maybe taking a little rock here, side to side. Allowing each heel to lift, the knees to dip. And after a little bit of movement, anchor down. Try to lower your heels down best you can. Hug your shoulders back. Lift your gaze, looking forward. Plant your palms down, step your feet back, down dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift your right leg up and back. Three-legged dog, paws here. So hips should be level to the mat. In your three-legged dog, left outer hip crease lifting. Then start to bend your right knee and stack right hip towards on top of the left. Now right hip opening. Ground through the right palm. Keep your shoulders squared to the mat. Start to thread your right knee across your belly towards the left hip.
And keeping that down dog shape, pressing your chest towards your thighs. Lift your right knee back up towards the sky, opening the right hip. And once more, thread the right knee across your body towards the left, like you're crossing your legs in the air. Extend the right leg up and back, keeping the right leg long. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, exhale, forehead to knee, shift your weight forward, pulling that right knee in towards your chest, towards your forehead, shoulders over your wrists. Step your right foot forward towards between your hands, lower your left knee down. Arms circle up. Breathe in, breathe out. Kneeling lunge or half warrior. As you squeeze the legs gently towards one another, feel that stability through your core and drop down through the right hip. Hands to heart center. Hinge yourself forward, keeping a flat back. Twist towards your right. Now, if your left elbow does not come to the outside of your right leg, then press the left elbow to the inside of the leg and around your back. Focus on pulling your belly button back. Maybe left elbow hooks to the outside of the right knee, and then start to lengthen or straighten through your spine. As you rotate it on its axis, press the right palm down into the left, helping you lift your right ribs towards the sky. Resist your left knee in, your right knee, into your left elbow. You can stay here, or left hand can reach down towards the floor on the outside of your right foot. Right hand comes across your low back towards your left hip. Start to unwind. Take your hands down to the inside of your right leg, heel-toeing the right foot wide. So hands underneath your shoulders, then tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up, and set your left knee back down, lengthening out your stance. Good, you can stay right here. Feel like you can let that right knee open out to the right side, peeling the right foot up from the floor. You can lower down to your forearms as long as you can keep a flat back, your chest reaching forward, your eye gaze looking slightly forward. Reground the right foot back down, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up, and dial that back foot in and down, left heel down. Walk your hands over towards the left side of your mat or that long edge. Hang down. Rest into your arms. Send that right knee wide. Hands coming forward. Step your left foot in about halfway. Take your left hand underneath your left shoulder, right hand onto your right hip. Start to twist towards the right, lift the left leg up. Revolve half moon. You can always be on your left fingertips here as well. Try to lengthen the spine, reach the tailbone towards your left heel, your chest forward, and then start to rotate the chest to the right, stacking the shoulders, maybe the right arm reaches up. With control, step your left foot wide, Yogi Squat, top of the mat, bend your knees, sink your hips down.
Reach your arms forward, straight in front of you. Lean back, weight into your heels. Stand all the way up. Press into your heels, stand all the way up. Reach your arms to the sky. Good. Right arm under left, cross at elbows, maybe wrists. Wrapping the forearms together. Lift your elbows up in line with your heart space. Drop the shoulders down. Bend your knees, start to sit back towards your Yogi Squat. Just doing your best. So coming down as low as you're able. Maybe that's all the way down. Good. Round your back, tuck your chin, pull your elbows towards your belly button. Pull your belly button back towards your spine. Send your knees wider. So not moving your feet, just your knees going wider. Begin to look forward, lean back, anchor to the heels, stand all the way back up. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, unwind your arms, reach up. Exhale, left arm under right. Cross at elbows, maybe wrists. Shoulder blades hug down. Forearms press gently forward. Bend your knees, sink into your chair. Or your Yogi Squat, rather. Your Yogi Squat. Round your back, tuck your chin, elbows towards your belly button. Weight into your heels, knees pressing wide, strengthening those outer hips. Begin to lift your gaze up, look forward, root back into your heels, stand all the way up, breathe in, breathe out. Unwind your arms, inhale, reach up. Cactus arms, bend your elbows wide, press your chest high. Hips press forward, lift your gaze, look up, look back. Inhale, through center, reach up. Forward fold, adjust your feet. Hang down. Step your feet back. Down dog. Inhale and exhale. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale, forward to high plank, breathe in. Exhale, bend your elbows lower all the way to your belly, breathe out. Inhale, root your feet, baby cobra. Lift your chest. Exhale to lower. Once more, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes, push up, find your plank. Exhale to down dog, hips lift up and back. Gently lower your knees. And coming onto your knees, child's pose. Hips back towards your heels. Forehead down. Reach your arms back towards your toes. So now wrapping your arms to your side body, you feel the shoulders separate. As they roll forward, down, sliding off of your back, off of your spine. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Gently press yourself to a seat, sitting back onto your heels. Resting your hands down to your thighs, sit up. Take a few belly breaths here. As you breathe in, let the belly expand forward. As you exhale, your belly presses back towards your spine. . . . . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Take your hands down in front of you, coming back towards tabletop. And then left knee forward towards between your wrists. Right knee up and over behind your left knee. So crossing your legs, left leg over the right. And then begin to sit back towards the right heel. Left leg crossed over the right leg. Good. So you're balancing on this right heel. And if you need to, you can always sit between your legs, so not sitting on the right heel. Maybe using this right hand to grab onto the left foot. Helping the left leg stay in place as you squeeze your thighs together and sit yourself up tall. Gently come forward, back onto your hands and knees. Uncross your legs. Right knee comes forward. Right knee comes forward towards between your wrists. Left knee behind the right, crossing your legs. Sitting back towards the left heel. Sitting onto your left heel. Squeezing your thighs together, legs together. Try to find your balance and sit up. Starting to come back forward, hands and knees, uncross your legs, uncross your legs. All right, let's turn long ways on the mat. So you're going to turn long ways. Separate your knees apart wide. For frog pose, toes point in the same direction as your knees. You can lower down to your forearms here. So you can always add more padding underneath your knees. You can also do this pose on your back. Right, so you're just in like a wide, happy baby. That's, if doing it on your knees is too much, just lay on your back, let your thighs separate, flex your feet, point your toes out to the sides. Use your hands to help guide your thighs wider. You can even put your feet up against the wall. Find your breath here, flattening your back. Two more breaths. Now, in either version of this pose, whether you're on your knees or on your back, you're going to keep the lower body as it is. If you're on your knees, come up onto your palms, so come up onto your hands. And then wherever you are, bring the bottoms of your feet together. So bottoms of the feet together. Press your hips forward. If you're on your back, bottoms of the feet together. Press your thighs forward. So away from your chest, maybe your big toes touch down and you open more into a butterfly shape.
If you're on your knees, your heels dropping back towards the floor. You can lower back to your forearms. Pressing your heels down, your hips down. And let your belly rest. If you're on your knees, and gently help yourself to child's pose. If you're on your back, pull your knees into your chest. So either wide knee child's pose or knees to chest when relieving. 2 breaths. And gently help yourself onto your back body. So if you're upright, we'll find a seat in the middle of the mat and begin to lie back. If you're already lying back, staying there. And then bending your knees in towards your chest, take your hands onto the tops of your knees. And pause here. So you're holding your legs in place and your arms are doing the work. Your legs are just sort of hanging out into the grip of your hands. Knees about over your hip sockets. Arms should be straight. And then from this place, can you begin to kick your heels up towards the sky? You can let go of your knees. And now you're just feeling the weight of your legs sink into your hip socket, your sacrum connecting to the floor, resetting your low back. If you need to, you can always bend the knees a bit and grab behind the knees. But generally, your heels should be right above your hips or your hip sockets. Let's make some little circles with your heels at the sky. Massaging the sacrum into the floor. Little circles, heels to sky. And switch out that circle direction. And then squeeze your legs together. Right ankle crosses over the left. Right ankle over the left. Press up through your heels. Feel your tailbone tuck under. Press your low back into the mat. So it's almost as if you're trying to kick your hips up towards the sky, but you're not actually lifting anything. You're just feeling this squeeze towards the center, your inner thighs squeezing together, your heels kicking up towards the sky, your low and mid back pressing down, your tailbone curling up from the floor. Then see if you can relax the jaw, the neck, maybe rock your head side to side, squeeze the legs together, kick through the heels. Good. Unwind your legs, left side, left ankle over the right. Squeeze the thighs together. You can always use your hands to hold your legs for a little bit more support. Squeeze the legs together, kick up through your heels. Feel that kick, pressing your sacrum down, pulling your belly in, press your mid-back towards the floor. Feel your tailbone curl up. Hold that shape, squeeze the legs, breathe. Relax the upper chest, the jaw, the face. Good, unwind your legs, bend your knees towards your chest, and then lower your feet back down to the floor. So knees bent, feet to the floor, heel to the feet wide as your mat, little windshield wiper of your knees side to side. We're taking any other movements here that feel good. And lift your knees back to your center. Heel toe your feet to touch. So feet side by side, legs together. Right leg up and over the left, pause here. So no space between your thighs. Right leg over the left. And Start to lift your legs up, your knees pull into your chest, and lower your knees towards the left side. Coming into spinal twist, legs crossed. Draw your gaze up. You know, your hands can stay on your body. They can just rest onto your torso, like crossed-armed or holding each wrist. Or you can allow those arms to extend to the sides. But if it starts to cut off your breath, that's a good sign that maybe the arms should be just closer into your body. And let that twist gently rotate upwards towards the shoulders. Taking 3 breaths here. In and out. Start to uncross your legs, then unwind your body. Left leg up and over the right, eliminate the space between your thighs, squeezing your legs together. Pause here, 2 breaths. Pull your knees in towards your chest, lifting your legs up. And gently lower your knees towards the right side. Hands can stay on your left ribs or your torso. You can extend your arms to the sides, breathing in, breathing out. Start to unwind your legs, unwind your spine, coming through center. Extend one leg, extend the other, breathe in, let your belly rise. Exhale, belly falls to the spine. Breathe in, feel your heart and your chest lift. Exhale, softening down towards your mat. Breathing in, down towards your toes. Legs soften. Exhale. Feeling your legs heavy, your hips sinking. Your shoulders rolling down and back. Your breath circling your body. Maybe choosing to stay on your back here or starting to find some gentle movements. Slowly working your way towards the seat, or always keeping the option to stay relaxed onto your back. Wherever you are, hands coming towards heart center, breathing in, lifting the heart. Exhale, bowing the head. In honor of your journey and your practice,
One big breath in, full breath out. Thank you all for joining me today. Namaste.
Thank you.